world, my name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. I'm laughing because the mailman is across the street and I'm clearly in my bra, so I'm thinking to myself, do I look like I'm doing an OnlyFans right now? No, I'm just confessing my sins, and forgive me for I have sinned and I need to get this off of my chest. Okay, so, oh, did you hear that crack? I went to jujitsu class last night and I have a bruise. Yay for bruises. You can't really see it, but look at that muscle though. Okay, but, so when my ex first came to my mother's house, when I had that gut feeling that something was wrong, and even my cousin said to me, she said, when you guys first came here, I thought he was just dropping you off. Lo and behold, that's what he was doing. So when he and I had that heart to heart, which involved him just ranting for 15 minutes why he can't be with me, why he would never be with me, even though you're fucking in my parents' fucking household and I'm feeding you, bathing you, etc., etc. I walked away, I walked out, and I said, just try not to be too emotional, Ashley. Try not to act out of rage and anger. And I walked back into the room and I said, I'm going to say this out of love. And then he replied, well, say it out of love then. And I took a deep breath and I rolled my eyes and I said, when you leave, please take all of your stuff with you. I don't want any of it. And then the night that he was packing his stuff to leave, I went to an old high school friend's house. And I just sat there and we hung out, we smoked, we drank. And then when I came back home, obviously he wasn't here. But guess what? All of his shit was. He left 2 TVs, he left his fucking PlayStation, he left his fucking video games, he left all other shit like clothing items, etc., etc. And on top of him leaving his shit behind really spazzed me the fuck out. And I knew right then and there my intent was, you need to take I need to send you back this shit because I'm not going to use it. And I don't think people take me seriously when I say this. I don't watch TV. I don't. I used to, my ultimate goal in life is to watch all of the films that won an Oscar nomination. And I did do that, but now that I'm being productive and useful with my time, I don't watch TV. Like, look at my room. Like, you've seen every angle of my room. The TV is not here. So, he and I's thing was, we would watch TV together and we'd play video games. And for me, I saw that as, our quality time together, you know? But now that we're not together, I don't need that because I'm not bored with life. Yes, I get sad. Yes, I get lonely, but that's just because of other past traumatic issues. And I don't need a TV as a distraction. And I know that his intent was, I want to do something nice for her because I don't want her to say something bad about me. Because reputation was a huge thing for my ex. Reputation was a massively huge thing for him. And he wanted to leave it as oh, I can't be with you. But look what I did for you. I left you my TV. I left you the PlayStation. So you can still be happy. And it's no. And then I'm going to make a video about this later on. But I think that, I meant to put this in the frame to make a nice frame. Okay, well, now it's inconsistent. Whatever. I have a problem with, there's a huge difference between being nice and being kind. Being nice is, you're not being genuine because you are so worried about getting something in return, which is getting affirmations. And it's we have a problem. We are addicted to positive affirmations from other people, which also makes you highly susceptible to negative feedback. So, long story short, I mailed him the majority of his shit back, and I'm going to include, little clips of that day. 3 boxes worth of items. Can you imagine leaving 3 boxes worth of shit with your ex? If I was the old, mean, bitter, angry person, I would have fucking started a fucking bonfire in my backyard. But I didn't. I mailed them all back to him, all in good-ish condition. And then I also mailed him other items following that was mailed here because he had put his address as my mom's address. And then the problem is the TVs. It's going to cost $200 a piece to mail the TVs, right? And I have done a lot of soul searching, a lot of asking for advice about what I should do with the TVs, because it's like I said, it's going to cost, it's a $400 investment to mail them back to him. And he said, I want you to keep them. That's what he said, verbatim. So since they're my TVs now, I sold one and I'm going to sell the other. And I feel guilty. I feel so guilty because I feel guilty in a combination of frustrated. Because why would you put me in this situation? And also you have some of my shit and you have not even, there's nothing in your mind that says to you that I'm also a minimalist where I don't have a lot of shit. I don't own a lot of stuff, right? So you have my journals, which I journal all the time. Like you guys see different journals every video. You have my sweater that my grandmother who passed away gave to me. You know, you have so much of my shit and you haven't mailed them to me. It's also my fault. And I'm also not yelling at you guys. Sorry. It's like I'm yelling at him. The camera is him. But, you have not, there has never been a thought passing your mind to mail me my stuff back, but I have done the same gesture to you. Because here's the thing though, doing the right thing is always the right thing. But don't expect anything in return. And I know that I'm venting right now because I am a little frustrated. I am a little emotionally charged. And watching a lot of these stories of, and thank God we weren't married. Thank fucking God. A lot of these stories of these couples who are fighting about who gets to keep the house, who gets to keep the car, etc., etc. And I'm learning now that what you invest in your relationship, you probably won't get back. So when you're doing a gesture for someone, don't do it with the expectation that they're always going to be there. Because that's what I did. I thought he was always going to be there. Yo, I should technically own his fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I invested so much financially into fixing his fucking car. But, yeah. What was the whole point of this? Breakups don't have to be nasty. They don't have to be mean. They don't have to be cruel. When you're emotionally charged, you're upset because your feelings were hurt, you feel deceived, you feel lied to. Bruh, I get it. I get it so much. But you need to think practically. You need to think long term. Don't think short term. Don't think that, what is your intent? Do you think that I want them to feel the same amount of pain that I'm feeling, so I'm going to take everything from them? That's not good. Doing the right thing is always the right thing, even if temporarily it hurts like fuck, it stings like fuck. And you don't want to be the bigger person. You don't want to. You want to be mean and you want to be petty and you want them to pay for everything that they fucking did to you and for everything they fucking put you through. Woosai, like Martin Lawrence would say. Woosai. Something that I'm learning is when asking for advice, ask advice from someone who is older and wiser than you. Because they have a lot more experience in this. Talk to someone who's over 50, over 60, over 70. And they'll tell you the same thing that I'm telling you. Just come to a common compromise. And if you can't come to a compromise, let it go. Get a lawyer involved or a pastor. And just let it go. Because there are memories tied to this item. To this thing. And at the end of the day, things are things. Like I said, I'm a minimalist. Right? When I move, I plan on bringing one large suitcase, one little thing to put on the top of the thing on the airplane, and my backpack. That when I move, that's what I'm planning on bringing with me. Because at the end of the day, this is all stuff. Cars are replaceable. Houses are replaceable. You shouldn't think that I need you to take care of me. Because if that's the mindset that you had at the beginning of the relationship, You shouldn't need someone to take care of you because you're not their child. They're not your babysitter. You are stronger than that. You are better than that. Be your own independent individual. Because you know what? Women, we already have a bad enough reputation for being bitter and for taking everything. Let's learn to walk away from things that it's cool. You can take it, or we could split it. Also, make sure you have your own bank account. And I'm not saying plan for the worst. I'm not saying expect the worst. No. But I also believe that we have to be independent creatures. For men too. Yeah. Don't expect someone to babysit you. Don't expect someone to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be your own independent person and do the right thing, because doing the right thing is always the right thing. Always try to be nice. Nice is passive aggressive, but never fail. I burped. Sorry. Always try to be nice, but never, ever, ever fail to be kind. Okay, that's it. I'm late for work. That's fine, though. Like, comment, subscribe. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to split items, things, after a breakup? And what did you do? What steps did you do that were mature, or maybe that are some things that you regret? But that's okay, though. Regrets are okay. Because as long as you feel something towards it, that means that you know you could do better in the future. Just don't repeat that same behavior. Okay? Thanks for listening. I still need to sell the other TV. I'm probably going to go to a pawn shop. There's no rush, though. There's no rush. I still feel shitty about doing it. Kind of. Okay, bye. Okay, Ashley, you can do this. Gotta pack up his stuff and send it on its way. Okay, we can do this.
I mean, he ain't doing nothing. No, he didn't. He's terrible. No. Yes, he did. No good. No.
Oh gosh. Sorry, this song like. It's So I did it. I was brave. Why don't I feel any better?